So currently we produce programs from bachelor's right up to professional doctorates. And we work with individuals or with cohorts within an organisation to get that extra bit of learning in. One of the joys of doing this is because, of course, the university is about transforming education and transforming lives. And we're also looking at the whole spectrum of lifelong learning. So WAPA, Wales Academy for Professional Practice and Applied Research, can advise colleagues throughout the university who want to angle their provision for those in work, for those in those professions. And this can be everything from, we've worked on police apprenticeships, we've actually been looking at with other colleagues in education, for instance in continuing professional development for teachers, because we say we know how professionals learn, we know how to make it really sing for them in their organisations. So we can marry with the subject specialists we have here as the profession specialists, and together we can make a really good, sound programme for any individual throughout their professional life. And then you go and apply it in the workplace using project work, which you negotiate with your organisation. So not only do you have the impact for yourself, but you also have the impact for your organisation. So it's a real win-win around, and you're doing it as part of the day job. So with any luck, you're not going to have to spend weekends away from your family either, a certain amount, but you will be able to do it, and we tailor the provision so you can do it while working full-time.
I think for me it was really important to study in this type of way because I'm a working mother, full-time mother that holds a leadership role, and it allowed me the flexibility to be able to combine my studies and continue with my work without it impacting on either really. So it allowed me a flexible approach to be able to develop my own professional learning and continue to have somewhat of a home life work balance.
I think the qualification is set up and sequenced really well. So obviously the first module looks at that reflective essay and that reflective practice. It looks at a training needs analysis, and then obviously it looks at a professional development plan. And that sort of first module really sets you up, I think, really, really well to, I think, look at the type of person that you are, the type of professional that you are, where your strengths and weaknesses are, and ultimately what you want to achieve over a, particularly a 4 to 5 year period, and what your targets are.
As a firm federation, we're very much committed to professional learning. Every member of staff within the school, no matter what their role or responsibility within the school was afforded the opportunity to take on this sort of learning approach. So whether that was accessing a degree course, so we've got somebody, one of our LSAs, that is actually continuing with a degree course that she wouldn't have had the opportunity to do so beforehand. And then obviously some teachers and LSAs who've already got their degrees decided to take on their masters. So no matter what the role, no matter what the responsibility they had within the school, every single person across the federation was afforded the opportunity.
Actually, the intention of the program was to make sure we work on something that does not burden our participants and is in line with their day-to-day work. So we looked at a work-based learning approach where we wanted to have projects that are business-driven. This allowed us to actually narrow down on universities that offer work-based learning programs, and that's where we selected the University of Wales Trinity St David to partner with. This has been the main intention actually, to make sure that all learning is related with day-to-day work.
I would definitely suggest it's not impossible to do this course while you are working. It does acquire attention and time, but I think everybody can do it.
I think it's something that as a leader you don't tend to have the opportunity to do, which is stop and reflect. I think more often than not you're reacting to situations and you don't get that opportunity to actually stop, think and reflect on how your actions actually have impact on those and around you and the wider stakeholders. So for me, the ability to develop as a reflective practitioner and leader has been, I feel, beneficial to those around me and to myself.
Applied research is very close to my heart, because what we tend to do is say, here's a theory, go and use it. Oh, and by the way, don't mess around with it, But that's not real life. You know, when somebody uses a theory, they put it into real life, they have to adapt it to their circumstances. We call it contextualization. It has to make sense for their organisation and for themselves. Now that in itself produces new knowledge because you find new ways of doing things. And therefore the research, gaining that knowledge, becomes really applied. So you're talking about research about practice within practice for practice. So it's about getting knowledge to work for you and for your organisation.
I've loved it. I think for me, it's given me opportunities I probably wouldn't have had. I've met people that I wouldn't ordinarily have met, and it's widened my sort of stakeholder network. I've met people from HR departments, I've met people from catering departments, and they've all brought in a wealth of experience and professional learning and information that I wouldn't have had before. So I haven't only just been working with colleagues within education, it's been a wide sort of spectrum of people I've worked with, which has benefited me greatly. I've loved it.
Well, we take the whole individual. We're talking about their aspirations, their dreams, within their workplace. So as we say, we want basically contribute to flourishing individuals in flourishing organisations. And that's where we're really working.